Hello, Scorpio. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your bonus reading for the second half of the month. Welcome, guys. And this is general as always, Scorpio. It's not going to resonate with every single person. Please do take from this reading what makes sense for you, your life, your situation, and relationship, and release what does not make sense to you or resonate. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that information is down below in the description box, and I will also have a list of all of the card decks that I will be using for this reading. And I just received a brand new one today from Fire Witch Tarot, so I'm going to be incorporating that into this reading, Scorpio, with some focus messages to start off with. And this is the second time that I'm going to be introducing this deck by Amy from Calico Moon Oracle. This is the Pining Rose Volume 2 Twin Flame Ascension Oracle deck. So let's get going, Scorpio. Let's take a look and see what this bonus reading has for you. So angels and spirit guides for Scorpio, please. This could also be for cross watchers and anyone else who's been guided to tune in and watch this video. And you guys are getting your bonus reading first, because you guys came in first as the most viewed video for the second half of January. So thank you guys so very much. Much appreciated as always. Okay, these cards are really slippery because this is literally the first time I'm using them on camera. Super slippery, brand new deck. All right, guys, let's take a look and see what focus message needs to come through from the divine love and separation. So I do tend to channel for those who are in separation. So let's take a look and see what messages come through from this focus deck. I'm guided to this one. I fear the unknown. Okay, so either the person that you're focused on at the time of this reading, Scorpio, they just don't know what the future has in store. So they're afraid of possibly where this connection could be going in the future. And this could be a part of your energy too. I fear the unknown. Let's grab one more here. Time to flip the page and begin a new chapter in our love story. Oh my. Okay, well that's a beautiful card to follow right after the first one there. Even though you don't know what the future has in store, Scorpio, and your person doesn't either, obviously. They are willing to start over, start a new chapter here, and perhaps you're on the same page as this individual, that they are willing to give it a second chance, and so are you. So let's see what else comes through here. All right, the Pining Rose Volume 2 Twin Flame Ascension deck. Let's see what else needs to come forward here, but that's a great message. Time to flip the page and begin a new chapter in our love story. Just the fact that they are coming forward with those words, love story, is basically telling you, Scorpio, they're still very much invested in building a future with you, even though they don't know where it's going to lead. And if that's how you're feeling as well, that could be picking up off of your energies also. All right, let's see what else we've got here. Forgive. It's a time for forgiveness. You guys are in separation for a reason, and I do feel an apology is needed, and somebody needs to be able to forgive, and or this is something that you both need to do at this time. All right, so that's what's coming through so far. Let's grab some additional insight on that, Scorpio. Let's see what else needs to come forward here. This is the Mystic Moon Oracles, which I often start off a reading with because it's one of my favorite card decks. So hopefully you guys aren't sick and tired of me using the same decks over and over, but these are my go-to decks, and I love the way the messages just unfold naturally. All right, guys, Scorpio, let's see what else needs to come forward here. For Scorpio, please. Healing. Forgiveness is going to bring about the healing that is needed here between the two of you. We do have the Abandoned card followed by Conclusion. So what this is telling us so far, Scorpio, is either you walked out on the relationship and ended it, or the person that you're focused on did that. Somebody disconnected. But we do have a key here. I love seeing this card because even though something has come to an end, something has concluded, there's still hope, because that key can open up a new door for you guys to start over or to close out a chapter of your love story and start a new one. And it's so fitting how we've got this message coming through as one of the focus messages. Time to flip the page and begin a new chapter in our love story. So clearly you guys have had challenges, which is why you're in separation. But this connection has the potential to heal from it. Heal from the experience, whatever it was that brought you guys into separation. Perhaps there was a time when either you, Scorpio, or your person felt like they were just settling in the connection or settling for certain things in their life and they weren't happy. They weren't in a good place, and maybe they took that out on you. For some of you guys, it might not have had anything to do with you and they were just not in a good place in their life and therefore felt like they were just settling for the day-to-day and there wasn't anything exciting going on in their life, when in fact you represented all the good parts of their life, and perhaps they needed to go into separation from you for them to wake up and realize that. And so now they're wanting to come forward, needing your forgiveness possibly. But we do have Ascending, which is a beautiful card, because this is telling us at this time, Scorpio, you guys can actually move forward from whatever it is that created tension in the relationship. You can ascend and move forward and learn from this and gain wisdom from it. Healing is definitely needed. Somebody walked out on the relationship for a reason. Part of this ascension as well as growth. The two of you growing, becoming better people. We do have Unawakened coming through here. I typically tap into divine masculine energy from that, and it is just energy, guys, so it can certainly be male or female, whoever is resonating with that. So part of the reason why you guys broke up might have been due to a divine masculine who just didn't realize how special a connection this actually was. And again, it took distance away from each other for them to possibly wake up and realize, what they are letting go of. There's that mirroring energy, which is my twin flame card. So somebody walked out on a twin flame connection here. Someone chose to refocus towards a new direction. But there are changes that are happening here, which is good because it's falling right below settling. So somebody's working on themselves, and you both might be working on yourselves. Part of also what created issues here could have something to do with deceit, deception, somebody wearing a mask, somebody who is or was being dishonest. Could have been my divine masculines. And look, see, they were unawakened at one point, but now we have recognition of the connection. Look at this. Yes, they are ready for commitment. Those cards came in that order for a reason. So I'm feeling what drove a wedge between the two of you before is that they either were really bad at commitment or they just weren't ready to offer you that commitment, Scorpio. That could have been a determining factor as to why you guys went into separation here. Let's add some tarot to this. Let's see what else we can uncover. This is the Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon. We already have that mirroring energy, which is out for me, my twin flame card in that deck, that mirror soul energy. You guys are on the same page about this connection. Even though you're in separation, I do feel you're both open to the potential of giving this relationship a second chance. Angels and spirit guides for Scorpio for this bonus reading, please. What else do we need to know at this time? What else? Okay, we've got the Two of Swords coming through here. Stalemate and indecision, that is air energy. So you might be thinking of a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini for this reading. Part of the reason I feel for that stalemate is because they're afraid. Okay, a fear that's being picked up off of this card. I fear the unknown. And that's because they have a blindfold on. They can't quite see what the future has in store. But we do have the Temperance card coming right after that, falling right below that mirroring twin flame card. And the Temperance card, Scorpio, is focused on a possible reconciliation. It is Sagittarius energy too, so you might be focused on a Sagittarian for this reading for some of you guys. This card is the need for harmony, for balance, for healing, which is already reflected right there. But it's also a need for patience, Scorpio, because this is going to take time to bring about that balance and healing. That was the very first card that came forward, and so that's going to need and require some time. But yeah, there is a potential that you guys can get back together. We do have the Two of Wands right after that, followed by the Ace of Cups, the Six of Wands, and then we do have the energy of the Moon coming through as well. So part of the energy of that Two of Wands is fire. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So a couple of Sagittarius references here already. Planning and decisions. The Two of Wands is definitely putting you in a place of planning what the future has in store. And if what you're truly focused on for this reading, Scorpio, is planning a renewal or a resurrection in your relationship, a reconciliation with this person, the energy is certainly there since you've got the Temperance card right next to it. The Two of Wands is about progress. Progress being made in a connection. And then you've got the Ace of Cups right after that. So what this is telling me, Scorpio, at this time, because the Ace of Cups is compassion, it's intimacy, it's exploring new feelings, it's tapped into your intuition, your spirituality. And as this card states, love initiation. It starts with you. You have to be able to fill this cup of love for yourself in order to be able to extend that cup of love to somebody else and to share it with somebody else. But it does start with you. You've got the Six of Wands right after that, which is all about success for yourself, success and recognition, more fire energy. So we've got quite a lot of fire coming through in this reading, and I'm picking up off of a twin flame connection for some of you. That Six of Wands is giving you the self-confidence to know, Scorpio, that there is progress that is being made here for you guys to come back together. Yes, you guys have had some challenging times. And since we do have the energy of this mask, which for me is tied into somebody wearing a false mask, somebody who's being deceptive, dishonest, and then we've got the Moon energy clarifying that. Because the Moon is tied into illusions, affairs, deceit, darkness. It represents our emotions. So for some of you, could have certainly been a third party or a karmic partnership that drove a wedge between the two of you. But even though the moon has dark aspects to it, it also has energies of the light. Because after you get through that dark period of your relationship, you guys are headed towards the light. And that, I feel, is a part of this ascension. If you look at this, there's the sun right there. The sun in tarot is amazing. It's a beautiful card. It's the most positive card in tarot. It ties into unions, people coming back together, marriages, accomplishment, success, joy, happiness, fulfillment, enlightenment. It taps into all of those things. It offers you contentment where you were settling before, or perhaps if this is not you, then it's your person who was settling in a connection or some aspect of your life that they just weren't fulfilled or happy in. The energy of the sun brings you contentment and joy to where you are happy with where the direction of your life and where it's going. It's being able to see things from a perspective of optimism and being enthusiastic about how things are going. And I do feel that that's a part of the progress that is being made. But this energy of the moon, it can tie into one's fears, and it's coming through. That was the very first focus message that came through. I fear the unknown. And that fear is still being represented and clarified by the moon. Fear and darkness, something that's hidden, the subconscious. It's a period of change. And there's action that needs to be taken either on your part, Scorpio, or whoever it is that you're focused on for this reading. Sometimes you have to face your fears and walk through it anyway, even if you don't know where you're headed. And if this is something that you guys are on the same page with, that type of thinking where you're just scared to dive back in because you're afraid that you might get hurt again. And that's, of course, a potential, but it is only a potential. It's only a possibility. On the other side of the coin is that you could be ridiculously happy with this person. Should you give it another go, give it another chance, allow the healing to happen, forgiveness, acceptance of an apology will escalate the healing between the two of you. We have that Five of Wands, which is even more fire energy, conflict and competition. So I feel here, if you guys were dealing with a third-party situation or a karmic partnership, somebody felt like they were in competition with somebody else. That's basically what that represents. The Five of Wands is all about disagreements, having arguments, not seeing eye to eye. Conflict, rivalry, that's what it's tapped into. And when someone else is interested in a person you are wanting to build a future with, that creates conflict. But look what's coming after that. You've got the Ten of Cups, more contentment and joy being represented by this card, Scorpio. So I really feel here, with another opportunity to reconnect with this person, you guys are going to be very happy. That Ten of Cups is quite fulfilling. Things are finally falling into place. Cups, of course, is water energy, which is your very own vibration, Scorpio, as well as Cancer and Pisces, for those of you who are interested in a fellow water sign, possibly. But this is your own energy right there. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, so for some of you guys, you might be interested in an earth sign. Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Wise investment. Beautiful card, because this is all about manifestation. Whatever it is that you want to manifest, you have the capability of achieving that. It's a brand new beginning here. Whatever it is that you focus on and whatever it is that you choose to invest your heart, your life, your time towards, you can manifest it, Scorpio. Next message, Page of Cups. You have a message of love that's being represented here. It could certainly, for some of my Scorpios, be you that extends yourself with that message towards your person, especially if you happen to be divine masculine. Phone call, text, email, a gift, flowers, however way that message is communicated. The Page of Cups is all about synchronicities. They're very creative as well. So however way this message reaches you, Scorpio, and or how you choose to communicate that message, you're very creative in your delivery of it. We've got more Earth coming through here. 8 of Pentacles. Work in progress, guys. I'm telling you, there's progress that's being indicated in this reading for you and this person and the connection. And we come full circle with the Sun. There we are. Illumination and growth. So despite where you guys are at currently, I do feel this ascension is being clarified by the Sun card, and you'll be very happy with the direction that this ultimately goes. Yes, you guys have hit a few bumps along the road, but I really do feel here things will ultimately work itself out. I mean, you guys have the 10 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and now we've got the Sun. Come on. Beautiful. The Sun is tapped into fire energy, so more Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. That is fantastic. Let's add some romance angels to this, and let's take a look and see what else needs to come through here for you, Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, please. What else do we need to know at this time? What else do we need to know for Scorpio, please? Yeah, see, deception. We already know that because we already have the mask, we've got the moon, and it's just being clarified by that deception card that someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Okay, that's what brought you guys into separation. So a part of the reconciliation, a part of the progress that's being made here is that whoever was wearing that mask is now ready to ask for forgiveness. They've learned from that. They know obviously it created drama and problems here, and somebody abandoned the relationship as a result of all that deceptive energy. And so it's so fitting how we have the trust card falling right after that, because the situation is calling for you to have faith. And when somebody's lying to us, they're being deceptive, and we can't seem to bring ourselves to trust them, that's where healing has to happen, because it's going to take time. Okay, that's why the Temperance card is coming through here telling you got to have patience, because that healing is not going to happen in a week. It's not going to happen in a month. It's going to take some time in order for this trust to be restored and to be rebuilt. So even if you're afraid to explore what the future has in store for you and this person, Scorpio, the surrounding cards are here to confirm that it'll work itself out and that you guys might be very happy together. I feel here, if part of the reason why they were messing around before is because they were afraid of commitment or really bad at it, I feel this time around that has changed. That is a part of the metamorphosis that is being represented here. They've worked on that because they know that that was a problem before. It's going to take time, but look, it's worth waiting for. It's being represented here. Divine timing is at work in your love life, Scorpio. But you will be rewarded with this. A reconciliation, and for some of you, a wedding, an engagement. So I feel here your person is ready to commit to you. They weren't before, but I feel the distance, the time apart has really affected them to the point where they know what it is that they need to do in order to correct whatever it was that they did to cause issues and drama between the two of you. And of course, this could be reversed. It depends on who created the drama. It could be for some of my Scorpios. So take it for how it resonates with you, okay? Let's add some dialogue to this, and let's see if your person had the opportunity to speak up here, Scorpio. What is it that they would want to say to you? And or what is it that you would want to say to them? So let's grab some messages from the 5D Love Messages Oracle deck by Calico Moon Oracle. All right, let's take a look. Angels and spirit guides for Scorpio, please. Who needs to speak up here? So we'll grab a few from this deck, take it for how it resonates with you, and let's go. Let's see. Who needs to speak up? What do they have to say here? Your silence makes me wonder about you. Okay, so there are those of you that are not speaking at this time. Depending, of course, on when this all went down, when you guys went into separation, this could all be very raw for some of you. It just happened recently. So you guys are not speaking. Somebody walked out on the connection and it concluded. That much we know. So this is telling us that there are those of you that are not speaking at this time, and they're really wondering, you know, where are you at in your head, in your heart? So they're really wondering, God, have I completely messed this up? You know, so they're kind of in their what if thoughts, negative thinking here. But look at the next message. Do you see that? I will come back for you. We already had an inkling that that would happen because the Temperance card is talking about a possible reconciliation. You just have to have patience until that time comes. Next message. I see you in everyone I meet. I just picture somebody just roaming the streets, just feeling lonely and missing you, and they just see you in every person that they encounter. This could be you as well, Scorpio, if you are in a very similar headspace as your person. And what was I just saying? Look at this card. I'm not good at commitment. So at least now they're admitting it. It's like, I'm not good at commitment. But I do feel they're ready. Okay, they've done the work on themselves, I feel. There is a metamorphosis that is being represented in this reading. So yeah, they're admitting it. It's like, I'm not good at commitment. They weren't good at commitment before. But I do feel with the progress that has been made here, it's just a matter of time, Scorpio, before you hear from this person. First and foremost, more than likely to either apologize for their actions or to simply reach out to see if you're even open to talking and re-exploring where this relationship could ultimately go, even though you're both afraid to see what the future has in store. I fear the unknown, and it's okay. It's okay to be afraid, but sometimes, as I mentioned earlier, you got to just face those fears, take a chance, take that leap of faith, and go for it anyway, because what's on the other side, based off of what's coming through here, is a reconciliation. And you've got the energy of the sun blessing this reading, Scorpio. I do love that. All right, guys. So let's close this out. Lately, I've been closing it out with the healing messages, and I'm still guided to do that here for you. Angels and spirit guides for Scorpio. Some final thoughts, please, for this bonus reading for Scorpio. Listening. Harmony. spiritual growth, which is good, and miracles. Love it, guys. Okay, what this is telling us, your angels are always listening to whatever it is that is concerning you. They're listening. They are here to guide you onto the path that you are meant to be on next. Even if that path scares you, even though you don't know the direction that you're headed, especially in regard to this connection. Just pay attention to your intuition, your gut. Try to listen to the messages that you're being given through the angels and even through this reading. It's guiding you. Where it's guiding you is towards peace and harmony in your life once again. When we go into separation from somebody that we've invested so much of our heart and our life towards, it can be a little bit traumatic and chaotic here, but the road ahead is a lot smoother, Scorpio. You will find happiness once again. Spiritual growth is crucial here because I feel when somebody is being dishonest, if you guys dealt with third parties, karmic partnerships, it's so easy to get into that space where you just don't believe anymore, or you just don't know what to believe in. And you lose faith, you lose trust. And it's coming through here that you got to have faith. And it will take time to heal that part of your heart, to restore that faith. And I do feel eventually it will happen. You're being blessed. Totally blessed in this reading, Scorpio, with these miracles that are coming for you. So even though you might feel that this is never going to happen, what went down was just too painful, and someone's pissed and walked out on the relationship, give it some time. Sometimes all you need is time and patience for the other person to just be in a more accepting space and energy, for forgiveness, for an apology, for healing in however way it needs to happen. It's a process that ultimately cannot be rushed. And that is why I feel, going back to this worth waiting for message, divine timing is at work in your love life. It truly is. That divine timing is running on the universe's time frame, not ours, not our perception of time. So you have to try your best to just be patient, because that's what it's calling for you to do at this time. But yeah, there's a few surprises coming in for you tied into this connection here, Scorpio. So hang in there. I do feel that eventually you will find happiness in regard to this connection, despite the challenges that you guys have endured, despite the fact that you guys are in separation. What's coming through here is ultimately a reconciliation, confirmed and clarified by that Temperance card, which is all about restoration. Restoring your faith, restoring your trust, restoring your relationship with your person. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. I hope if you were able to resonate with the messages here, Scorpio, I do hope that it offered you some clarity in regard to your situation and relationship. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box. And I will be back real soon, guys, with more readings for you. Take care, Scorpio. Bye-bye.